Took the wrong one. All right, guys. Good morning. Welcome to another one of my videos. Today is Tuesday, July 22nd, the second trading day of the week. I can see we already getting a little bit of lag when it comes to yeah, we're getting a little bit of lag in here. When it comes to the screen recording. So nothing I can do about that. Since we're live streaming, hopefully we catch up, right? So today's Tuesday, July 22nd. We don't have any news today. The first thing that we do every day is we check forexfactory.com/calendar. It's the website we're looking at right here. And then we're looking for high impact news or no news at all, like bank holidays. So you only want to have these boxes clicked up here at the top right where you see this green box. You want to have the red box clicked off, and you want to have the gray box clicked off. And then you want to unclick everything on this side except Euro and USD because that's the only pair that we'll be trading. And we apply a filter. We look at the news from right over there. So even though we do check news and as the first thing we do every morning, we don't use the news to make trading decisions. Um, Maybe further on to the future, we're going to use the news to probably avoid high impact news like non-farm payroll or CPI and PPI news because of volatility. But other than that, we only look at news to see when volatility will be in the markets and liquidity will be in the markets and at what time. Since we trade every morning at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, a majority of news will be around that time as well. But hopefully we'll be in the trades at that time. The only time we have issues getting into trades at that time that I have noticed, especially on brokers with dynamic spreads like FTMO, you have problems getting in at market price because the spread will widen out. So that's the only thing we do on that for the moment. The next thing I do is I look at my MT5 terminal. Now, me personally, I have my MT5 terminals. I have multiple. I put them on a virtual private server, which is like a cloud computer. And I use the website called forexvps.com. I think I pay like $30 or something like that a month for a one computer online somewhere in Sydney, Australia. That's where they say the server is. And that's just gonna protect my automatic trading program from turning off. Because I use the automatic trading program, I don't have to leave the computer on at all times, but because I have interest in Caicos, it's safer for me to leave it running on a VPS server where there'll always be internet connection. In terms of Caicos, internet is likely to shut off sometimes, and then as well as there's always gonna be power. Sometimes power outages do happen in Turks and Caicos based on strong winds, hurricanes, natural causes. You got birds, rats, and stuff like that that be outside that be chewing on the lines. You never know. And one little mistake like that can cause you a lot of money. So I put mine on a virtual private server. The next thing that I do is I make sure that everything is on and running. Like algo trading is on. We got the green arrow, and then we have the blue hat over here to make sure that the EA is running properly. Then I could probably go to tools here, um, options, and click test. And that should send a notification. If you heard that, a notification to my phone to let me know that my MT5 terminal is connected to my phone. So I use an indicator on MT5 and I use a EA, which is expert advisor on MT5. The indicator that I have on MT5, which are on all of my MT5s, which I have 3 accounts, is just notify me when price reach important levels, and it updates every 8 a.m. So this yellow arrow is gonna update in the next 4 minutes to identify, okay, I made the mistake last time. I'm not gonna make the mistake this time. I'm gonna put my face down here so that you can see the bar right of my screen. I don't know what I was saying. Yes, so this yellow arrow over here is going to update and go all the way to the right-hand side to identify to me on the MT5 terminal where is the 8 a.m. candle open, and then the lines on the chart where you see the black lines, the blue, the pink, the red, and the green lines identify different price levels. The black one is to identify the price the 8 a.m. candle opened at. The blue line is gonna identify 5 pips above that price where I'm gonna put a buy stop. The pink line is gonna identify 5 pips below that price, which is going to where I'm gonna put my sell stop. And then the other lines are gonna be different entry and exit points. For example, my stop loss is gonna be 15 pips from my entry, whether it's a buy or stop, and then my take profit is gonna be a risk reward multiple of my entry point. So let me double check on what type of so these are my parameters for the program, and I'm using a 1.5% risk. That's my 2-minute warning alarm right there that just went off. And I'm doing a 2-to-1 risk reward, so that's 30 pips away. All right. So I got all of those on. All now we gotta do is wait. So I do have an automatic trading program that trades for me. It opens the trades for me. It calculates the lot size for me. It calculates the take profit and stop loss for me. And it deletes the opposite trades. So I don't hedge, but I place a buy and a sell order at the same time every day. 5 pips above and 5 pips below. Whichever one price hits first, the automatic program is gonna delete the other one. Though you can manually trade this, you inputting these parameters and do these mathematical calculations by yourself, you might make some errors, and you're not going to be able to execute. Sometimes, if there's a lot of volatility in the markets and markets is moving extremely fast, which can happen at times. There we go. Right now, I'm trading the $200,000 FTMO challenge to see if I could use a program to build up the account. Now, on the account, I was able to bring it up to 217,000. I only needed $3 more thousand to beat the first challenge and move on to the verification. But because I wanted to trade through news like NFP on 4th of July and other news events like CPI, PPI, as well as some errors happening in the program, I ended up losing all of it. Now I'm down maybe like if I was up 17, I'm probably down almost 20,000. But in the account balance, I'm down maybe like 2,000. And that's basically just commissions and fees from getting in and out the trade. Now, you are gonna see the program take the trade. Okay, I messed up. Take the trades for me in the next few seconds. It's gonna automatically trade. Just look right above my head here. You'll see it place the trades. Boom, boom. Automatically place a buy and a sell. As you can see, the yellow line has up, I mean, the yellow arrow has updated. I go on the 1-minute chart to show you a lot more detail. Let me see where I can put my face where it's not gonna affect. All right, this one here is probably good. Okay, and then let me see if I can zoom in some more. We can. And all right, guys, so there you have it. If you look to my right over here, if you look over to my right, you see the yellow arrow has updated. It is identifying the 8 a.m. candle open, which is at 1.17014. And then it has, if you look to my left over here, you see we do have a buy stop. You see where my arrow is, a buy stop over here, and we have a sell stop exactly on the lines that I was saying, 5 pips above, 5 pips below. And then the next step for the program to do is to delete the opposite order that price did not enter in. As you can see, price has moved very bullishly to the upside. If it does touch this blue line over here, which is my buy stop, it's going to automatically delete my sell stop. We did have a little glitch yesterday where it didn't do it. It sent the order to the MT5 terminal. I did see it in the journals, but I didn't see it exit the trader. But on all the other brokerage firms that I had, it did exit the order. So FTMO has been giving me some issues for sure. All the other programs, I mean all the other live accounts that I have don't give me any issues. So yeah. So let's wait for the next step. And then we could go ahead and check the other accounts. This one is a Blueberry Markets account where I tried to flip $100 and I think I brought it down to like 19 bucks. The program is gonna still work and it has won the last 5 trades in a row. This is more of an accurate representation of how the program is supposed to work. The FTMO one, I don't know what is up with that one. It acts stupid. And this is I had a $500 account. I withdrew 300 from it because I lost almost 150 the day before. Um, and I'm not in a position to be risking that much money live right now. So risking $100 is fine, especially because this is IC markets and IC markets let you use a 1 to 1,000 leverage. I'm gonna try to figure out how to go ahead and over leverage this one to see if I could turn $100 to a lot more money. Today I do think that we are going to I do think that we're gonna go and have winning trade, but like I say, because I'm trading an automatic program, it's not in my decision to make any decisions. Like I have an opinion, but those opinions are not gonna make me edit any of the trades or manually touch any of the trades unless I see there's an issue with the program in itself that it didn't execute what it was supposed to do. And then I probably come in and do that. But I'm not making any trading decisions. I don't have any opinion. I don't go on the charts to figure out where the markets are gonna go bullish or bearish. I'm not looking at candlestick patterns. I am just trading an edge that I know works. Over time it's gonna work. The only difference is like brokers trying to manipulate your entries and exits based off a spread. And the only thing that I'm working on, a few things that I'm working on, but one of the most important things that I'm working on is um, being able to hold trades longer because I do at times I am in or I do get into trades periodically that are big winning trades, but because of the way that I trade, I only take 5 pips for a partial close of 75% of position, and then I let 25% of positions trail with a 5 period ATR, but my ATR is usually too tight. It does lock in my profits, but it also gets me out of the markets a little bit too early when markets are trying to fluctuate some. Um, and then when it does fluctuate and it ends up moving, I'm already out of the trade. So I'm trying to figure out a better trading stop method. I want to change up my trading stop method when I have a little bit more profit in the FTMO account. But right now I'm not changing it up. I'm just trying to be consistent. I'm working on the errors or documenting the errors. I gotta pay a programmer to go fix them, but yeah. So right now, since we don't have any news, it doesn't price could go either way whenever it wants. Usually I'm in and out of a trade within an hour. Um, and that might be the same for today, but we don't have any news, so it might be a little bit longer, but on average, I'm in and out in an hour. So that's how. So we just completed the first 5 minutes of market movement. Usually I like to see when markets make like bullish candles like this, like these with no resistance, like that, or any move. It could be a bullish like the bullish engulf like that, or a bearish move with no wick on the top, like stuff like that. Definitely indicates momentum. So we are in an area of momentum here. We're still at the 8 a.m. candle open price around that range. So all we doing is waiting. It's a waiting game, management game. And that's it. So in the meantime, I'll go ahead and close that. So in the meantime, I will go ahead and show you guys some technical analysis that I'll be doing on the charts on TradingView. I did want to state something. Uh, oh yeah, I want to go over the trade from yesterday and then show you how how important like a spread does matter. Remember I said my Blueberry Markets account won 5 days in a row. Yesterday, we this look at this beautiful trade right here. Yesterday is this was a trade. So you since the line's updated, we don't have the exact. Give me a second, guys. My Elgato turned off. Why would it be off if there we go. We're back. I just need a new I think I need a new USB cord. I think this one is glitchy or it has a what do they call those things? One of the wires internally. A short. It has a short in the wire. Oh yeah, so back to what I was talking about. So if you look over here to our left, yesterday's trade, let me unlock the charts and then zoom in. All right, yesterday's trade, though the lines have updated, I'm gonna tell you right now, this is almost exactly 15 pips. This was the entry for the buy stop for us to continue moving forward. And then I had a stop loss of 15 pips. It touched my stop loss once again. It has been like 2 weeks in a row where our stop loss has been touched maybe by a pip or half a pip or even zero point 0.3 of a pip. And then price rallied on to the opposite direction. With FTMO, they have horrible spreads. I can officially say that, especially during high impact news. Um, but they'll usually get you out of the position a lot faster than any other broker. And it did suck that yesterday theoretically, theoretically, I'm working on the idea that if markets win against me 10 pips, I'm gonna stop considering that a winning trade because I've seen winning trades that don't have no drawdown or maybe 5 pips drawdown. 10 pips, I'll give it the most, but 15 pips, that's pushing it. And this market actually went back against me 15 pips only to turn around and go maybe 10, let's see, like 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 pips in my favor. And it had the momentum that I know my ATR would be able to catch a lot of this move because it didn't draw down. But since it drew down 15 pips and then decided to move, it got into there. Now I do want to work on re-entry techniques where I do notice that I get stopped out or the move is kind of a little bit around the 15 to 20 pip range. And if I get out the trade, I could try to re-enter and catch that move because the big moves usually happen after they try to fuck you over. So, get over on you. So I'm definitely watching out for that. And it could go ahead and it went up bullish. So there you go. So yeah, yesterday could have been a winning trade. It was a winning trade on blueberry markets, but even on IC markets where the spread is actually pretty good, I was surprised that I was taken out of the position as well. I'm on a 1 minute chart. That's why it's looking like that. Yeah, I was taken out of the position as well. Let me unlock the chart so I could go ahead and zoom in. Yeah, they took me out of the fight. It has to have been like a micro pit, man. I can't work with a broker to like move my entries a little bit or do something with the buffer, but that's gonna cost me some money that I gotta work on later. Um, so so yeah, that's what it is. Now I could go ahead and relock the chart. Oh, we got a pretty strong move to the downside. Yeah, closer to the buy stop now. I thought we was gonna close to the sell stop now. I thought we was gonna go to the buy stop, but I guess not. Uh, yep. All right, we're just gonna leave this on the back burner for now, and then I'm gonna actually close this because I don't have the processing speed to be able to run all these heavy applications. I do have it open on my phone. I'll just keep an eye on it from there. But yeah, let me close this out for a second here. And it's just gonna run on the VPS server in Australia, so I don't have to have it running on here. Free up some CPU space. Let me go to Task Manager to double check. Uh, anything in the background isn't running. Look at all that. OBS is taking up everything, but it's because I am streaming on multiple platforms at one time, so I can give it Dropbox running in the background. We'll close that. iCloud, don't need that. Microsoft Edge, OneNote, Team Viewer. All right, that should be pretty decent. And now we could go ahead and we can go ahead and move on to a TradingView. I'll do some quick technical analysis for you guys, which is not going to take no time at all. But I do can say I do a lot of technical analysis on TradingView, so the website is kind of heavy, or whatever saved data that I have on it is pretty heavy, so it does take a while, and it does put strain on my computer. And I only like rarely do anything. Oh, I already started. I was trying to probably do like a trading, one of my trading videos yesterday, so I did mark up the charts a little bit, but this is accurate. So first things, you already know how to just fit the boxes to the highs and the low of the range in which it occurred. Look at that range right there, man. That's a horribly tight range. Wow, that is a horrible range. And it didn't say it was no holidays or anything, but yeah, that was the range for today. This might be. Let me stop guessing. Oh, price range. All right, let me go ahead and go to the back on that VPS because it looks like markets are moving. I might, I might miss it. Hold on, guys. Look like markets are trying to hit my sell stop. As you can see. The next 5 minute candle. Oh, there we go. Right there, we caught it. That's good. So as you can see, we caught the sell position. You see we are in the sell position and it automatically deleted the buy position. If we go over to trade history right here, and then we right click anywhere on that tab, go to orders and deals, and you'll be able to see we have canceled the buy stop and we are inside of the sell stop. As you see, we have been triggered. And that is for the FTMO account for 19.81 lots. We are currently up, what, $200, but markets can fluctuate and do whatever it wants. Ain't my business. Next is going to be the Blueberry Markets account, which is has executed pretty decently. We had a decent entry as well. And we are up with like $1 or something. And then let's check our IC markets. Also has a pretty decent entry. 1.16965. We got in right on the pip, so that's decent. And we are also up $1. How are we trading 1.17? Are we trading the same lot sizes? Nah, that's double. Almost double. Yeah, that's more than double. All right. Okay. And there we go. What I'm waiting is, I can't say I'm waiting on the winning streak because if I look on this one, technically we are in the winning streak. But yeah, I think I'm gonna get a few more winning positions, um, uh, in the next few days here. Nothing. As you can see, we are moving lower. You can see, from FTMO, the spread is this has to be at least 1 pip spread difference between the actual price the market's at and the price that FTMO is trying to give me, which is 1.16 at 9. Yeah, it's around a pip. I give them around a pip difference. And this is not even high impact news. There's no news happening right now. Maybe they'll consider 8:30 a news event or whatever like that, but it really sucks, especially because, especially when you're scalping, you need every single last pip. You need the most accurate, best latency. You need the best connection, and you need the best executions. Especially when you in and out 5 pips and stuff like that, you can't be playing around with these dynamic spreads like that. The only person I know that has a pretty good brokerage that does trade like us, and I can say I watch him get into and get out of trades is Raja Banks and Dominion Markets. I have an account over there. I'm not currently trading the account over there, But yeah, he's the majority of all his traders are scalpers. So if I don't really hear them complaining about spreads, and he created his own brokerage, I think because of that issue. Um, and I think he solved that issue, and he has a beautiful brokerage and living a amazing life right now. So happy for him, and I'm gonna probably go ahead and try to check them out. The more that I continue testing out my strategy, but for now, I odds of us continuing to this red line right here, which is 10 pips. There we go. I think we have done it. Nah, I don't think so. Let's see. Nah, as you can see, now we've done it. We have officially closed 75% of the position for the trade today, and we are trailing. As you can see, our stop loss has been pulled forward. We are trailing with a 5 period ATR. Currently, the FTMO account did have what, 19 lots, and now it has almost 5 lots left. And markets is melting. Let's go ahead and check blueberry markets. Blueberry markets has also closed, I believe, 0.05% of the position, 0.5 lot of the position, which is still 75%. What, $3? We made another $3 on that account. You see slow growth, 19 to 35 is decent. Execution is pretty good on there. And then we also have the same thing where we had 0.17 lot on Euro USD. Now we have zero point 0.4 lots on Euro USD, and all of our trading stops are trailing. We do have beautiful, beautiful move like this. This is a type of move that the ATR is going to aggressively lock in the profits. So hopefully we continue moving like that further and further into profits. Today on the FTMO so far we made $743, and we're trying to climb out of a drawdown of negative 1,185. I think we need one more trade. If tomorrow we have a winning trade, we'll probably be out. But if we have a good trail, we'll probably be a lot closer to that, a lot closer to that price or to break even. And hopefully we continue on a winning streak. Not only a winning streak, we monopolize on big winning, on big winners, 1-to-1s, 2-to-1s, so on, etc. I think I only experienced one take profit so far, where a price went straight down to the take profit, and the ATR wasn't even able to get hit, going the opposite direction. So let's go ahead and let that one trail. Can't do anything now except, acknowledge that the program is operating properly. Jesus Christ. What's up with this? Oh God. Sorry about that with the webcam. I'll look into the I'll look into again a new cord, because this, I think that's unacceptable. But I just don't want to pay an exuberant amount for the cord. As you can see, we got a little, this look like a pretty nice winning trade. If I could have over leveraged or been prepared to over leverage on the, what that account is called, on the IC markets, shoo shoo. But it's the experience that matters. If I plan and I continue working on it, these situations and scenarios will happen, and they're gonna happen over and over again. The good thing about how I'm trading right now, I'm trading throughout summer, which is low liquidity, a lot of bullshit. So when we get out of summer, we're gonna have a lot of profitable and good trades. So yeah, this is a decent trail right here. We're just gonna let it continue dropping as long as it wants to drop, and I'm gonna go ahead and do some technical analysis in the meantime. All right, back to TradingView. This one was 14 pips in 12 hours, is very, very, very tight range. Um, this is a very abnormal size. Remember, I had a video that said we move an average of 20 pips. Less than 20 pips is very abnormal, and also as well as if it consolidates like this, and then sometimes when it go in a seeks liquidity the, to the high side or the low side, we might have a good move like we're looking at now. But I'm not too sure right now. Let's just do some technical analysis in the meantime. These are some stuff that I had that don't really count. I was trying to make a little tutorial video. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do that later. I gotta adjust all these lines because these weren't, you see it, these numbers, they're not even real. All right, so first things first, when did the 8 a.m. candle open? 8 a.m. candle price is at 8 a.m. open today was at 1.17014. 0.17014. That's more accurate. And then, did I exit out of that? Open our calculator. Let's do some mathematical calculations. So 1.17014, 5 pips above that price where we can put our buy stop is going to be plus 0.005. That's the equivalent of 5 pips in Euro USD, equivalent to the 100,000th decimal point. And then let's go and find this blue line right here to represent our buy stop. Go ahead and copy and paste, copy and paste, paste. Okay, and if we subtract 10 pips, that's gonna show us 5 pips below the entry, which is where our sell stop is supposed to be, minus 0.001. Copy, and I say from this point to this point, which is the entry, the black line, that's 5 pips, and then 5 more pips, which equals 10 pips, is going to be where we're going to have our sell stop location. It's going to show us where we entered into the sell. Paste, paste, paste. Okie dokie, let's move these lines out the way. This green line is supposed to be 10 pips above the candle open, which is at 1.17014. And this is a mathematical equation that you probably be able to do in your head after doing this a while. So entry point was 1.17014 plus 0.001, or you could do the 17.014 and then added 1 to this 0 right here, which is 1,000 decimal, and that's going to be the same exact thing. So you don't have to use the calculator every time. I use the calculator majority of the time because I don't know. I don't want. I still have something burning. Gotta be careful. Oh yeah, let's back to focus. Let's change the text of that line to accurate, and then let's change. Uh, uh, there we go. That's 10 pips. We don't need this one right now. And we could go ahead and 0.17014 minus 0.001 is gonna give you 17.014. If you subtract that from 70, you get 69. All right, give me 1 second, guys. Let me double check my shit not on fire. Do, 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 do. Test, 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 test. All right, so none of my stuff is on fire. I think we have a controlled burn outside, but I do notice that oh shit, we out the trade. I did notice that we're lagging. All right, whatever. So we did exit the trade. In the meantime, set an alarm for 2 minutes. I gotta go do something in 2 minutes. Let me leave that open for a second. 8:30. We just turned 8:30 right now. So we were in the trade for like 30 minutes. We're out the trade now. Do, 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 do. And I just give you guys a quick update. Then I'll update the trading view with you guys, and then that's gonna be it for today. And I'm just gonna start posting more content, and I'm gonna try to do more short form content that leads people to watch the live streams and the entirety of the other videos. Telling you, bro. See how slow the computer gets? And this is supposed to be a fast computer. I think I want to change the hard driver. Yeah, change the hard driver because man, I like it. All right, guys. So today on FTMO, we made 921. Nah, I want to do it after. Let me look at my phone. It's gonna give me the exact amount we made after fees. Nah, FTMO, the website is gonna do that. FTMO. So before commissions and fees, which is $60, we made $921.20 on FTMO. We range right here. Then on the blueberry markets, we've made $3.98. And then on IC markets, we made $8.10. All right, and then we are currently bouncing off this level right here. Um, this is the entry point. This is the what 10. We have a very, very big theoretical stop loss up here. Markets could range this entire area, continue to move lower. But in the meantime, we already out the markets, and we're not gonna get greedy. We're just gonna stick with what we got. All right. So today was a winning trade day today. So hopefully we're back on a good winning streak. Hopefully the since we don't have any crazy news, spreads are not gonna kill us the next few trades. And then we can make some work. All right, guys. As you can see, this is the importance of the program. It just made the money. We didn't make any trading decisions. We let it do what it do, and it's gonna consistently do this every day, Monday through Friday. As long as you got the program running. So let's update our um technical analysis on TradingView, and then we could call it we could call it a stream. Call it a stream. The lag is crazy, bro. This is a Core i7 computer with terabyte hard drive with like DDR4 RAM. I just cleaned out all the dust from it. I just changed the battery, and it can't run TradingView and it can't run a VPS and stream at the same time. And now I understand why these traders got all these big GPUs and trading computers because your laptop ain't gonna cut it. And I know you know what can cut it. I know a iPad or something like that could cut it, but a high powered laptop can't cut it. That's sad. All right, think I got the right price point for this one. Let me go ahead and update the right price point for the first bearish line, which is going to be 1 point what 16.8. Well, I can do 1.16, subtract 1 from 9 is 864. And then go ahead and copy coordinates. paste, and paste. No, I did it the wrong way. It's supposed to be 1.6914. I'm not supposed to subtract from. I'm supposed to subtract 5 from here, not. That's why I have the program running on MT5 and it doesn't make stupid mathematical calculations like I do. 1.6. Trying to be cool. 6914. Or that's why I should just use the calculator instead of trying to do it do it in my head every time. And then we could go ahead and keep this next level just in case markets decide to go down, which it is. Did a small retest, took our ATR. Like I said, I have a tight ATR on there. And it took that ATR out. This level should be 1.16814. Yeah, I want to see what disconnected. Something always is connecting and disconnecting. Can't tell you what it is. And it's not the webcam. Well, we're almost done anyway, so you can keep doing your stupidness anyway. 1.19. Yeah, look proportionate to me. And then we could go ahead and bring this in some. And this is these are the unofficial levels, so take this with a grain of salt. Not until price goes to 5 p.m. are the official highs and lows of the session 2 can be considered or even measured. Um, but you could just always put the lines here to give you better reference. And then right here you have our trading range. Our trading range 10 pips above the 8 we got the 8 a.m. candle open. We have the 10 pips above the 8 a.m. candle, the 10 pips below, and then we have our corresponding buy stop area, sell stop area, 5 pips above, 5 pips below. And then we go ahead and mark price action movements. So price open here, sold down. I want to say I'm like, will we on the 5 minute? Yeah. We sold down. Let me make sure that we have the right. We are. No, we are not. That's why it don't look too good. We are not aligned, guys. If this is the starting of our trading zone, we have to have this line at 8 a.m. And our technical analysis rules and analyzing session 2 in a whole. So that's why we didn't have this black line on the 8 a.m. candle. Now, based on my trading strategy, which is going to be the next video I'm going to release for you guys, I'll show you why I have my trading zone, this stuff right here, 8 a.m. instead of 5 a.m. And that's how I'm measuring it because this is the data that I actually trade. I don't trade all of session 2 data. I only trade from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. But in reality, I only trade 1 hour or less. As you can see, we only traded 38 minutes today. And then I just use this to identify the price activity that happens within that hour because these moves are very important to making and breaking your trade, even if you want to trail the stop or not. Um, there we go. So today was a winning trade. So the outline is going to be green to signify that we won the trade and price did move um, in our direction. And then we are going to change the inside of the box to the direction the markets was going, which was bearish. So we changed it to red. So the outline means we had a winner or loser. The inside shade shows us the direction. So this is more accurate. Price opens around here. Took about 10 minutes to hit our sell stop. Once we hit the sell stop, it took us another 10 minutes or so to hit our partial close. And then we don't need any what you call it what would I call that? We don't need any more dots because we didn't hit anything else. As you can see, we have a very, very beautiful bearish move to the downside of about 10 pips. Marcus might continue doing that, might not continue doing that, but we are out of the trade. The only thing we can do is update technical analysis periodically throughout the day or at 5 p.m. at the end of the trading day, and then prepare ourselves for the next trading day tomorrow, which is Wednesday, July 23rd. Thank you guys for watching my video. I'm going to drop some more content for you guys today. Thank you guys for supporting. Like, comment, subscribe. If you didn't, subscribe to my TikTok. It is king.caicos, CAICOS. I'm on the road to 1,000 to get approved. So go ahead and like that. Go ahead and follow that.